but even when you just consider 14, in this league, to win 14 in a row.
Being a fan is great because it goes to show the degree of love and enthusiasm an individual has for a sport or celebrity. As we all well know, the NBA has a massive fan base, especially for its prominent players, but there are times that the fans end up taking things to the extreme, from verbal altercations to physical combats. So make sure you stick around because today we're going to take a look at some shocking NBA moments where fans took things way too far. Number 1 is just crazy. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Let's start off with when LeBron got burned. After LeBron James made the big decision to leave the Cleveland Cavaliers and play for the Miami Heat in 2010, many Cleveland fans were not happy about it. To show their level of frustration, the fans went as far as crying bitterly on national TV. Some took it to the streets to stage a riot protest. Some tore every billboard that had LeBron James's face on it, and some burnt LeBron James's jersey. As if that wasn't enough, the fans also prayed for LeBron's downfall when he decided to move back to Cleveland and even booed him in a match. Another incident of fans taking things too far with LeBron happened in Game 2 of the 2015 NBA Finals. A video that surfaced online showed a female fan saying mean things to LeBron after a match, but LeBron was calm as a dove throughout the heat of the fury. Instead of retaliating, LeBron merely shrugged things off and moved on. Next is the whistleblower. Now, this could be judged as one of the most confusing and awkward moments in NBA history. In January 2009, but during a match between the Golden State Warriors and Utah Jazz, a fan decided to confuse both teams by blowing a whistle from the stands. This action caused a bit of confusion as the referee indicated that he didn't blow the whistle. Fortunately, the whistleblower was spotted easily by security due to the referee outfit he wore. Next is the Vernon Maxwell saga. February 6, 1995 has gone down in history of the NBA to be one of the most prominent moments where a fan took things just way too far. The star player of the Houston Rockets, Vernon Maxwell, got really mad when a fan, who goes by the name of Steve George, was all in Maxwell's ears, trash-talking him throughout the entire game. Maxwell got to his boiling point when the fan began to say hurtful things about his family, especially when the fan made fun of the recent miscarriage his wife had. This got Maxwell highly infuriated, and he launched straight at the fan and threw a heavy punch right to his face, which broke the fan's jaw and knocked him out instantly. Sadly for Maxwell, this action cost him a 10-game suspension, and he was also fined a staggering fee of $20,000, which was the biggest fine in NBA history at that time. Next is Kobe's die-hard fans. Well, this is a typical instance where fans actually go overboard when it comes to getting merch from NBA stars. A female fan of Kobe Bryant proved how much of a Kobe fan she was when she was able to get a sweaty arm sleeve from Kobe, and well, the first thing she did with the sleeve was sniff it. Well, which is quite disgusting, isn't it? In fact, a lot of people found this act very weird and obviously think she went way too far. Who knows what she'll do with the sleeve once she takes it home? Another crazy scenario with Kobe happened in 2010 after he won the championship. A fan went as far as saying some creepy things to Kobe on national TV. The fan said, quote, "The Black Mamba, hey Kobe, text me something, man. I'll text you back witty. Yeah, let's develop some inside jokes. I want to know you, man. I want to make you smile. I want to make your sunshine." Well, just when we thought that was the final episode with Kobe and his diehard fans, in 2013, a fan snatched Kobe's tail off his shoulder as he was on his way to leave the court after a match in Oklahoma City. Next, suicide is not an option. LeBron James has really had his fair share of fans taking things too far, and this right here is no exception. After LeBron lost a game with his team, the Miami Heat, back in 2013, a fan called Marcus took to Twitter to show his displeasure at the loss by calling LeBron a series of bad names. Marcus went further to pull a crazy stunt by going as far as posting a picture of himself holding a gun to his head, like he's trying to commit suicide, even though he meant for it to be a joke. Of course, the public did not find it funny at all as they condemned Marcus for his crazy and foolish conduct. Next is having a taste of your own medicine. Aside from the fans trash-talking their favorite NBA stars, there are cases of fellow NBA stars trash-talking each other. Popular NBA player Joakim Noah is known for trash-talking his mates, especially LeBron James, in many of their games together. Unfortunately for Noah, he got a taste of his own medicine in a playoff game between the Heat and Bulls in 2013. During the match, Noah got ejected and was about to make his way into the locker room. The fans around the path were content to let him go peacefully even though they lost the match, except for a blonde woman who decided to give Noah a piece of her mind. An epic picture of the woman surfaced online as she was caught shoving the middle finger in Noah's face while calling him various foul names. The picture went viral and became one of the most talked about fans and players in the NBA. Reacting to the incident, Miami Heat player Dwayne Wade said in an interview, quote, "At the end of the day, we're all just humans. We are all regular people like you. It's unfortunate. We just want to ask our fans to cheer for us, to boo them when you come here and all that, but let's stay first class around here, Miami." Next, it's the Malice at the Palace. Well, this is by far one of the most famous, controversial, and classic fan altercations to ever happen in NBA history and, well, really sports in general. The brawl was so famous that it was given its own unique title, Malice at the Palace. November 19th, 2004, the Detroit Pistons and Indiana Pacers were the teams playing. The two teams were known to have a very long and heated rivalry at the time, and that the players had nothing but malice and hate for each other. The Pistons were the defending champions, and the Pacers were already winning by double digits. A fight broke out when one of the Pacers hit a foul towards the end of the game. Out of frustration and desperation to win the match in the dying minutes, an angry Piston player immediately pushed Ron Artest and began to call for a fight, as other players like Steven Jackson also would get involved. Well, just when the fight was slowing down, a fan did the unthinkable by throwing a drink in Artest's face. An angry Artest immediately ran up the stands towards the fan and started attacking him furiously. But unknowingly for Artest, he was attacking the wrong fan. This eventually led to several minutes of heavy brawls between the fans and players as the fight extended from the seats down to the NBA court. Video showed Steven Jackson and Artest punching an innocent fan. As if that wasn't enough, when Artest went back into the court, he suddenly gave another fan a heavy punch, which led to another round of fights. When things cooled off a bit, the angry fans showered the players, Artest in particular, beer and bottles as they walked into the locker room. After the infamous fight, the NBA suspended 9 players for a total of 146 games, with Artest getting the lion's share of the punishment when he got a 70-game suspension, which resulted in the players losing $11 million in salary. In addition to that, 5 players were charged with assault and were sentenced to a year probation and community service, and 5 of the trouble-causing fans also faced criminal charges and were banned for life from attending any of the Pistons games. This fight made the NBA reduce the sales of alcohol in games and also went as far as increasing the security between players and fans to prevent such disastrous occurrences from happening in the future. Next up, there is no room for disrespect. During the first half of a game between Oklahoma City and the Utah Jazz, an OKC player, Russel Westbrook, was having a verbal altercation with one of the fans while he was sitting at the bench. A video that surfaced online showed Russell swearing furiously to deal with the fan and his wife. During a post-game interview, Russell had this to say about his emotional outburst. Quote, "How it started was, a young fan and his wife in the stands told me to get down on my knees like I'm used to. For me, that's completely disrespectful. To me, I think that's racial and inappropriate. There are a lot of great fans around the world that would like to come to the game and enjoy the game, but there are people who come to the game to say mean and disrespectful things about me and my family. For me, disrespect will not be taken. I'm not going to continue to disrespect my family. There's got to be something done." After the whole event, the Utah Jazz released a statement and gave the fan who incited the verbal brawl a lifetime ban from all NBA games. The statement reads, quote, "The ban is effective immediately and includes all arena events with an investigation through video review and eyewitness accounts." Next is the yapping fan. Legendary and humble Miami Heat player Dwayne Wade has had his own major share of fan altercations. One of those such moments was during a game between the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets in 2016. The Heat were able to win the match over the Hornets, but one of the most remarkable moments during the match was when a furious Hornets fan who was wearing a purple shirt and a headband stood up from his seat and began to yell at Wade with the hope of getting into his head. Unlike the case of Russel Westbrook, in an interview after the game, Wade had this to say about the whole issue, quote, "Fans say stuff to you all the time. At certain moments, you need to pick me up. It helps when someone keeps yapping. When you get going, you keep using that as motivation, so it's fun. You see it from time to time. Fans will talk and players will respond. If you could take it, it's fine and there are no hard feelings. Obviously, things are said from certain fan bases. As long as they can take it back when you respond, it's fine." He kept talking and talking, so I pretty much said, "Shut up and sit." After the game, a lot of Hornets fans took to Twitter to indicate that the fan in purple was the reason the Hornets lost the game. So there you have it, everything you need to know about the craziest times fans took it way too far. Thanks for watching the video.